Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for March 16th, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach, master numerologist, and channel. So as I feel into the energy today, there feels to be discord. There feels to be some aggression. There feels to be some energy that really predisposes this direction towards arguments. It feels argumentative. And it can be a lot of energy that's really just happening in the mind. It feels as though the mind is moving very quickly and the mind is trying to sort things out and yet creating complication. And so today's energy is that of the 7 and the 7 of diamonds. And the 7 is inviting us to land into trust, to choose peace, to have faith, and to leap into trusting our own intuition, our own guidance system, our own instincts, our own source of higher love, unconditional love, coming from a place of within rather than this energy of wanting to go out to look for the peace, to look for the faith, to look for the trust. A reminder that everything is within, including freedom, right? This underlying energy of, I just desire freedom. And the 7 of diamonds energy is really about leaping into trusting the material, trusting what it is that you see, but pulling back again and bringing in your own intuition. The invitation is to really ask yourself, am I seeing everything as face value? Or am I willing to pull back from what I see and to notice how I feel, where I'm thinking, where my mind is going? Whether or not I like the experience that I'm in. Am I choosing peace in my experiences, in my relationships, in my idea of my wealth story, right? There's this pulling back. And so the vision that came through is interesting because it shows me 2 people. And so there's 2 people under the guise of control. Now, what's really being heightened today is this energy of polarity and duality. And it's being heightened because change is happening so rapidly. We can see that there are things that are shifting, mandates are changing, regulations are shifting, and there's this discord with that, right? That is rippling out in the world. We have war that's happening in the seen and the unseen world, the war that we have in our own mind, the prison that we keep ourselves in, and what we are actually experiencing and what we are seeing in the world, right? The physical war. And in this playing with duality, many of us are choosing sides. And many of us are trying to control our own experiences from what we see. Are you seeing things from face value? And so the vision is of these 2 people, and these 2 people are really highly in this place of controlling, trying to control their experience. And so we have this one person that is trying to search for peace, trying to search for compassion, trying to search for empathy, trying to search for something that they can lean on. And so they're looking at this other person and they're observing them and they're trying to understand them so they can search for that peace within themselves. And yet there's control here, there's distortion here because they are trying to take their mind and they're trying to fit it on this person. And they're trying to see their life through the lens of how they see things. And so they're imagining that they could understand them, right? They're trying to imagine that they can see the life through their lens. And so they're seeing how they have, sacrificed perhaps once, twice, thrice, how they have continued to follow rules and regulations in this black and white. They can see how they've chosen one side and they're trying to figure that out. They can see how they are different from them. They can see how they've made different choices. They can see how They probably have, sacrificed their body or sacrificed their mind, and they are continuing to do so. They can see how they have these personal disappointments and these frustrations, all of these things. And of course, a mirror, direct mirror in how they are seeing. And so this one person that is trying to see through this lens of, why are they making the choices they're making? Why are they doing the things that they do? Why are they living the life that they lead? I just can't understand. Why won't they be like me? And so there's this underlying judgment there, and this wanting to trying to control their physical experience and to control another under this distortion of I'm just searching for compassion, right? But it isn't our job to understand. It isn't our job to understand another person through the lens of their life, meaning that we can't fully know and understand another person, that a person has these lenses, these filters of what they see and how they experience their life. They've had conditioning from their own parents. They have societal conditions. They have cultural conditions. They have their own belief systems. They have traumas that they've experienced in their life. They have their own money stories. They have their own beliefs. They have religion. They have what they love to eat, what they love to taste, what they like to hear. They have what they like to feel. They have all of these different filters and lenses and ideas of their own that we will just never know. We will just never know another person. We will never fully understand another. Never. And it isn't our job to do so. It's our job to accept them as they are. That's it. To accept them as they are and to release all judgments. And in that, really an invitation to accept ourselves as who we are, to trust ourselves, to land into that. And so you can see how control was playing in both of these places, right? And you can see the judgment, the comparison, the please be the same like me, please follow me, please, I am right and you are wrong. I just need you to see it my way so that I can feel safe in my own body, so that I can feel safe in my own decisions, so that I can feel safe and belong. But are you willing to pull away from that and simply accept them as they are? To come into this place of forgiveness, where you may perhaps forgive them for what they've done, forgive them for not being the same, forgive them for not doing what you would have done. To look at all of the places where you may have gone outside of yourself looking for the answers. And then to come back to you and to move through a forgiveness piece, whether that's through the Ho'oponoponopono or writing yourself a letter, expressing it out, but coming into this place of letting them off the hook so that you can let yourself off the hook. Your invitation today is to have faith, to have faith, to have trust, to believe that the shifts, that the changes that are happening in the world are for the betterment of the world. That as you see things that are falling away, that they are falling away and that they are transforming, not to be destroyed, but to be recreated into what it is that we want. And so again, to bring your focus to you and what it is that you want to experience, and to move in that direction. The mind is wanting to complicate things. And this is a great invitation to pull the mind and invite it into the heart to move into coherence. What would it feel like to trust? What would it feel like to trust me? What would it feel like to love? What does love feel like in my body? And what experiences do I want to have? As I see things that are falling away. And this can include friendships. This can include relationships. This can include things that are happening within your home, within the material things, within your wealth story. There's a shift. And the acceptance that shift will continue to happen, that it will feel as though it's continuing to accelerate. But that's the thing. In order to have change, we must have that pressure. We must have that force. That's what breaks open the seed. That's what creates the opening. And so to accept that, to accept others, that they are going through their own journey, just as you are, and that everyone's journey will be different. And to impose our own ideas and beliefs and to think that we can know them is really control and trespassing, which is abuse of others and abuse of self. Come back to you. Come back home. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I will be happy to respond. Sending you all so much love. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.